Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. We're kicking things off with football. Earlier on Tuesday, defending champions Atletico Madrid maintained their unbeaten start to the La Liga season, and they came after they came from behind to beat Getafe by 2-1 at the Alfonso Perez Coliseum. We have those highlights.
He's been quite frank about what he expects from the French striker. Things are underway. It's Getafe, all in blue, who get the ball in motion, attacking the goal to the left of your screens. Florentino wide. In comes the cross. Off the post, it's 1-0. There's the goal. Mitrovic, the scorer, in the final seconds before half-time.
Well, they've shown hunger, they've shown desire. Atletico Madrid have been sloppy and untidy. That sums up the first half. That greater desire and hunger and determination from the home team has paid off.
Just to try and see this one out. Oh, but they can't. As it's Luis Suarez, the killer, who gets the equaliser for Atletico. Yeah, the ball floated in. Suarez controls, knows exactly where the goal is, and finishes it off. It's Hermoso with the cross. Lovely first touch from Suarez. Some tired legs out there. I think Maximovic is among the tiredest. As I said, he'd struggled to get fit for this game. And there's the winner! And who is it? Look at the celebration. It's the Uruguayan number 9. It's Luis Suarez.
He's been on the fringes of the game for most of it. His hold-up play hasn't been particularly good. His movement hasn't been dynamic behind the central defenders. The 3 central defenders have enjoyed playing against Luis Suarez tonight. Then 2 moments in the penalty area, he comes alive and shows he's a world-class striker still. Penalty box player.
And there's the final whistle, and it's 3 points for Atletico Madrid. Another defeat for Getafe.
2 strikes in the last 12 minutes coming there from the Uruguayan number 9, and continuing to show that he is a top striker in La Liga, one of George's favourite players.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is, if you look at the Atletico Madrid second goal, the winning goal, the centre half was incandescent with rage. He was very upset at the fact that the goalkeeper failed to come. Now, I don't know if we can get a replay on it, guys, but what would be good is to see how long the ball spent in the air. The fact that it was right on the edge of the 6-yard box. It wasn't as if the expectation was for the goalkeeper to go too far. And Lance Mariah, I'm sorry, 91st minute, 1 man down, 1-1, so I have a point in hand and I need to make this intervention to preserve that point. If I'm the goalkeeper, I'm going for the ball. And there's a moment when the defender flounced off in anger and frustration at his goalkeeper for failing to spot the danger and come. It was a hit and hope cross from the wide position into Luis Suarez. He was being marked, but the ball beat the defender, so the defender didn't even compete for the header. And my goodness me, the goalkeeper was ball watching at a moment when he shouldn't ball. This is the hit and hope. Look how long the ball spends in the air. Yeah. The goalkeeper goes back to his goal line, and that's what caused it. That's poor goalkeeping, I'm sorry.
Late reaction time. And George, with this win, of course, Atletico Madrid, now they're back at the top of the table, and they're on a total of 14 points. And this is exactly what they need early in the season to ensure that, you know, they defend their titles.
Yeah, absolutely so. The fact is, when the small teams, when you get the big team in a vulnerable position, as Atletico were vulnerable for most of this game, you capitalize. When you consider for Getafe, they'll feel doubly disappointed. They don't usually get any justice from games against Atletico. This was their first goal against Atletico in 20 games in La Liga. This was the first time in 20 La Liga games Getafe were scoring against Atletico, whether home or away, and they couldn't capitalize, although they were hamstrung by being down to 10 men. But you've got to pitch in, you've got to take your chances when you get them, you've got to take your chances to get a point or 3 when you get them. Getafe will be very disappointed with how the game panned out.
Yeah, and we didn't see the red card to Elena in the 74th minute, George and Mariah, but they did go down to 10 men, and both the Luis Suarez goals came after Getafe had gone down to 10. So they were short-staffed.
Definitely, and I mean, Atletico Madrid used that to their advantage. Lance, though, I don't know if you want to make anything out of this, but in the past matches, 7 of Atletico Madrid's goals came in the second half. Does that say anything, or are we reading too much? You know, sometimes people like to make much out of stats.
Well, sometimes that's an indication of the quality of the half-time talk from the coaches, because we know that Diego Simeone is a very forceful and emotional kind of individual. And if it is that the statistics are suggesting that Atletico scores more goals in the second half than they do in the first, I would suggest, George and Mariah, that maybe Simeone is having a lot of impact in the dressing room at half-time.
Maybe you have a different...
Well, I look at it this way. That's not a bad theory at all. I look at it this way. Most of the teams that Atletico will face in the Liga, man for man, the Atletico team is better. So what you will find is that playing against teams that you are better than man for man, the longer the game goes, when players of lesser ability get tired, their levels fall more precipitously than when good players get tired. And the fact that Atletico has better players than most teams in the league, I'd argue, except for Real Madrid, they're man for man better than Barcelona. But Real Madrid, I could say probably that's even. That's what I think accounts for their late push in games. And also the fact they play so cautious, Atletico, in their setup. Simeone's mind frame is safety first. They don't give away anything in the first half, and by virtue of not giving away anything, they almost play with the handbrake up, so they're not full-blown into attacking mode to really exploit their opponent's weakness. So they are almost set up to grind teams down and grind results out, and with better players, they're going to do that against most teams.
And what do you make of the fact that Suarez has been the front man doing all of the scoring? João Felix and Antoine Griezmann haven't really been hitting their straps.
You know, apart from the fact that he looks like a footballer when he plays for France, I've said it several times on this show, I think Antoine Griezmann has really forgotten how to be a footballer. The Barcelona move was wrong. It came at the wrong time. He was a bad fit. That has destroyed his confidence. He's come back to an Atletico Madrid team where he was the hero before his Barcelona move. He's come back now a pariah where sections of his own home support are booing him. So he's shut off confidence. João Felix, he's into what? His third full season now with the club. I think he's just a young player going through a transition phase. He is lavishly talented, the young Portuguese is. He'll have a better run of, a bit better sequences of games and performances. So you can chalk his inconsistency and lack of scoring down to youth. But Griezmann is just a player short of confidence, except when he puts on the tricolor colours of the French national team, the defending world champions.
George, for sure. And we expect that throughout the season once the fans warm up to him, and that will be on him because he has to perform and of course get them out of sticky situations, maybe in a tight game and whatnot, and when he wins them back he'll be fine.
The fact is he has, as you say, it is up to him to win the fans back. The only way he'll do that is with goals. But let me tell you, the fans are not going to help him out of the hole. They're not going to see him miss a sitter and applaud him. They're going to boo him. It's going to be very difficult for Antoine Griezmann to win them back. I'm wagering he will never be held in the esteem by them as he was before that big money move to Barcelona.
That's a fact.
Yeah, we're still talking La Liga. Also on Tuesday, early league strugglers Levante and Celta Vigo squared off at the City of Valencia Stadium in the east of the country. Both teams enter the contest winless and were desperate for a win to kickstart their league campaign. They're in the closing minutes of that one, and Celta Vigo are leading by 2-0.
Yeah, the ex-Liverpool man Iago Aspas finding the net there. He's always good for a goal or two. He's not prolific, but he'll score enough over the campaign. He'll maybe get 11 or 14 maximum at the end of the campaign. He's that guy. He's their beating heart. He is the creative hub and he provides the goal scoring. He has a lot of responsibility in the Celta Vigo team. Levante are what you'll call honest triers without the individual talent to really do anything special, you'd suspect, win the Copa del Rey, go far in it, or trouble the big boys in the Liga. You don't expect them to. But Iago Aspas, how many times have we seen this on his left foot, finding the goalkeeper's right-hand corner, the ex-Liverpool man who flopped in the Premier League, where he was a sapling of a player, a young player, greenhorn, much more mature, much more aware of his abilities and his capabilities. And he has been arguably the best Celta Vigo player in the last 10 or 15 years in La Liga.
Yeah, and Mendes getting the second strike there for Celta Vigo to lead by 2-0. And that one pretty much wrapped up there for Celta Vigo,
Yeah.
who are having their best results of the season so far.
Yeah, that closes it off for sure. And, you know, without a doubt, we can say, well, Celta Vigo takes this one and they would go into the next match with that confidence and momentum, hoping that they can do the same thing, maintain a clean sheet when they face the next opponent.
Yeah, I was saying, as I said that aloud, well, I said that I was thinking at the same time. I said that Iago Aspas is perhaps the best. What year are we now, Maria? 2021?
Yeah.
So 15 from 21 is 2006. I'd go back further to say the last time there was a Celta Vigo player that really caught the eye and really looked as if he would be a world beater in a stronger team would have been the Argentine Ezekiel Lavezzi. And before him, you'd have to go back to the mid-1990s for the Estonian Alexander Mostovoy. So the fact is, Celta Vigo hasn't had many box office players over time. Iago Aspas, while not quite elite, is just below elite level, but he does so well for them that the fans, I'm sure, hold him in higher esteem than those two outstanding former Celta Vigo players that I just mentioned. He's the beating heart of the team, as I noted.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we said, that one is in the closing moments now, and Athletic Bilbao and Rayo Vallecano are battling in stoppage time at the moment. That match is locked at 1-1 at the moment, and they are both battling there, as I said, in stoppage time, 2 minutes into stoppage time. We still have more football to talk about here on the SportsMax Zone. There was action not only in Spain, but some cup action in England as well. And we should tell you that La Liga round 6 will be continuing this week with these fixtures to be contested. When's the matches?
And away we go. Huge night for Wycombe Wanderers. Nights like this don't come around too often.
La Liga coming up. Espanyol, Alaves, Sevilla at home to Valencia. Mallorca travelling to Real Madrid, Villarreal at home to Elche. And those are the Wednesday matches. On Thursday, Real Sociedad travelling to Granada, Osasuna at home to Real Betis, and Cadiz will be hosting Barcelona in Thursday fixtures. So long list of La Liga matches midweek. We're still talking football, and we preempted just a bit there in England. League Cup action, also known as the Carabao Cup. They entered their third round today in one of the 10 matches on offer on Tuesday. Title holders Manchester City comfortably beat third tier outfit Wycombe Wanderers. We have those highlights.
And away we go. Huge night for Wycombe Wanderers. Nights like this don't come around too often. It's Wycombe's set-piece master, Joe Jacobson, who will take this corner kick for them. Right over Stefan. Now it comes, sits up nicely as well, and there's a chance to it's only put in by Hanlon! Wycombe ahead! And the Etihad! Pandemonium behind the goal as the Wycombe Wanderers fans celebrate in the Etihad Stadium. It was Kaikai's shot, it deflected kindly, and once it was squared across, Brandon Hanlon could not believe his luck. Mahrez. Odin takes over and skips past the challengers, and another one, and then slides it on for De Bruyne. They're queuing up in the middle. De Bruyne didn't need any of them. He just danced his way through Wycombe Wanderers, nudged it into the path of Kevin De Bruyne. He had options. Wilson Esbrand, 4 in sky blue in the middle. Foden now comes outside of the box. Wilson Esbrand, it's a lovely ball inside, and Riyad Mahrez puts City in front. Pulled up, bided his time, and picked out Riyad Mahrez perfectly. Taken by Mahrez. Foden taking aim. Oh, what a goal that is! Simply unstoppable. Foden across, what a ball. 4-1, Ferran Torres is in on the act. Another assist for Phil Foden. McAtee Sterling. De Bruyne spotted the pass. Sterling cutting it back. Mahrez! Number 5. Second of the night for Riyad Mahrez. The way they worked this was simply stunning. He's got options to his left and to his right. He's going to go it alone. And what a decision it was! He could easily have moved it to his left to Foden or to his right to Mahrez. No need. Jacobson swings it in. Vokes went up for the ball with Zach Steffen. It is the final act, and Manchester City start their defence of the Carabao Cup in some style.
Yeah, 2 Mahrez goals there, and Manchester City, after going behind early, just pressing the gas and making their quality known against a team that shouldn't really be on the same park with them. 6-1 the final score, Jordan Moran.
Definitely, Lance, and I felt as if when I looked up and saw Wycombe leading 1-0 to Manchester City, I felt a bit shocked. I was like, because I do have reservations for them in the Premier League. I've been, looking at how Chelsea has been performing, and I feel a bit threatened where Manchester City is concerned. And now to see Wycombe up leading them 1 goal today, I was like, no ways. I went into makeup for the show and I came back out, and then I saw 6-1, and I was like, okay, this is the quality that we need when you meet a weak team like this.
Fact of the matter is, when the Man City fans have taken, and with good reason, to calling this the Man City Cup, because they've won it so many times in recent years. It's ridiculous. It's the first thing you almost see them chalking off on their list of their to-do list for the course of over the course of the season. That said, when the reason Man City have been able to dominate the Carabao Cup the way they have is for a simple reason: strength of squad and the depth of squad. When other teams are resting players for the Premier League and other big commitments, City can still rest players, but their fringe players are so very good, and then they have so many players who you don't really know who's fringe from who's front line. Phil Foden back from injury in the mix and running the show in the midfield. Kevin De Bruyne back from injury running things. Riyad Mahrez gets his start as well. We had a young player who came on and scored the 6th goal. Cole Palmer, a wonderful effort. They have talent in abundance. They have quality in depth. That's why they always do well in this competition. And it was no surprise to see them against a Wycombe team that really was overmatched. You saw the size of the Wycombe striker, Adebola Akinfenwa. He weighs about 240 pounds. He can't run faster than Mariah Ramarak. And he's
so he runs really fast then?
I said he can't run faster than you.
Right, so which means he runs really good, because I run very fast.
Well, yeah, but he still doesn't run faster than you. Yeah? So,
George is back, guys. Just by the way, in case you didn't know.
There you go. So I'm just saying that it was always going to... That opening goal just roused the target. So that line was steep, and he poked him with a stick, and he got up and he ripped you to shreds.
Yeah, GD will check the track and field stats from Naparima and see what Mariah's personal best time is over 100 meters. And I think that should settle the argument.
There you go.
But you're right, George. The depth of the Manchester City squad is so significant here that, as you said, many of the top flight teams in the English Premier League don't use their key players in the Carabao Cup. And here we are watching Manchester City play against Wycombe Wanderers, and Mahrez is playing, Kevin De Bruyne is playing, Foden is playing, Torres is playing.
You're not sure if it's the EPL.
Yeah. Liverpool were big winners today as well. They were 3-0 winners over Norwich, and they were victories as well for Leeds, Burnley, Brentford. Preston beat Cheltenham. QPR defeated Everton. Stoke were winners over Watford, and Sunderland defeated Wigan as well in the Carabao Cup today. And those were the other results in the Carabao Cup. Their matches scheduled for Wednesday as well. We go to break. Still more to come on the SportsMax Zone.